What's going on, everyone? This is Jonathan Salmon, and just wanted to touch on the Colby Covington versus Robbie Lawler fight, the review of the fight, and what's to come in the future, what I think, what matches make sense for the future, which is pretty obvious if you've seen all of the aftermath in this fight tonight. But what I wanted to talk about is Colby Covington's ridiculous work rate and the fact that Robbie Lawler just did not look all that great tonight. The entire fight, Colby controlled everything with volume, a lot of volume strikes, nothing concussive really. A few shots that busted up Robbie Lawler's lip, cut. He did catch him in the last round with this kind of tornado kick. Gave Robbie a little cut over the left eyebrow. But, other than that, it was just a lot of volume, a lot of wrestling. Like, I think something like 20 takedowns attempted the entire fight, and he actually secured quite a few of those. So all that work, it's really, 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 really impressive, his cardio. But Robbie just did not look like himself at all. Did not look like the guy that sprang out of the gate and went to try and destroy Ben Askren. Like, something was a little bit off in this fight. Volume was very low. I suspect that he may have hurt his left hand. I mean, obviously there's nothing confirmed on that, but he just did not throw his left hand all that much during this fight. It was mostly jabs. Even when he jabbed to the body, it didn't follow it up with like a hook, like some body work would have been great for Lawler in this fight. You're fighting a wrestler and Colby Covington. Anyway, so, aiming those strikes to the body, particularly the punches, you can get Colby to probably run into something just focusing on that body work, kind of keep Colby a little bit more upright, being more defensively aware. Of course, obviously Robbie's going to have to move his head when he's doing it, but, these were options that I feel like were not being said in his corner. Not to criticize the corner team, everyone, every cornering is different. Every kind of coaching style is different in the corner. So I don't want to knock the coaches, but, those body shots, they were trying to motivate him. They're trying to motivate Robbie more than it seemed like giving him actual technical advice. But, in the heat of battle, it's not easy to just click certain things on. And some guys like that motivated speech in the corner more than technical advice. Some people want to figure it out as they go along. So I don't know the relationship that they have with each other. So I can't really denounce anything. But yeah, more body work would have been really helpful in this fight for Robbie. And, but unless his left hand really is hurt or broken, which he threw it so rarely, it just made me think that. But besides that, Colby he just outworked him, put the pressure on him, put him up against the fence, constantly wrestling, constantly striking, strikes to wrestling throughout the entire fight. Really impressive. So what is obvious now, particularly if you saw that post-fight interview with Kamaru Usman, Rashad Evans, and Karen Bryant, Colby Covington, really, really pushed Kamaru Usman's buttons in that interview. Vice versa too. Usman wasn't backing down at all. But they really did a great job in selling that fight. I mean, even if it's, I'm not saying it's planned, but that argument, it's going to have MMA fans want to tune into that one for sure. And I'm thinking, even though Jorge Masvidal recently had that big record-breaking flying knee knockout, it just would make logical sense to have a card with Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman, and in the undercard, like co-main event, Jorge Masvidal versus Leon Edwards, who he had that whole beef with, and that striking exchange backstage. That was a little bit of a viral moment. The 3-piece and a soda quote came out of all that. So it just makes sense. It's a rivalry, and sounds like Edwards wants to fight, even though Masvidal hasn't said anything, I don't think, in regards to it. But, that is just the obvious fight to make, especially after how heated it got with Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington in that post-fight interview. Just makes all the sense in the world. Put both of those fights, same card. You have an instant contender for the champion, whoever the champion is at that point. And, it should be definitely a fun fight, particularly because both Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington have a similar style, that pressure style, that like high cardio style where they're just working. So I'm really intrigued to see what a fight like that, because it's almost like two trains, like ready to like just crash into each other. It's going to be something. It's going to be interesting to see for sure, because those two would make for a non-stop dog fight, so I'm suspecting that's what we're going to get. And yeah, definitely Jorge Masvidal versus Leon Edwards. We got to put that right under there. Big money, big money. So let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe if you like the content, and give me your opinions in the comments below. Love to hear what you think. So until next time, this is Jonathan Salmon signing out.